What's up guys, this is Vignesh here from the Camera Folks HD. This video is about the CATEYE Volt 300 bicycle headlight which I recently purchased for my bicycle. This is a pretty powerful device with a 300 lumen output, and this device can be charged by a USB port, so you don't have to keep spending money on purchasing spare batteries for your bicycle light. So talking about the design, it's a very neatly designed device, looks very sturdy. It has to be, since it's weatherproof and it does not give you any of those cheap plasticky feeling. On the front you find the LED, so this is the LED. So they make use of what they call the OptiCube lens technology from CATEYE. It's very powerful. I would say at least 10 times more powerful than the little light I used to have before. It's a pretty small one. So in order to turn the device on, you just press and hold this button over here. Yeah. So the device is now on and it's in the hyper constant mode. So there is constant illumination and there is flashing as well. So it's kind of a hybrid mode. So it's my personal favorite. And you press it once and this is the constant mode. This is pretty powerful. I always kind of try to avoid this mode because it annoys the bicyclists coming at the other direction. It's pretty harsh on their face. And you press it once. This is the normal constant mode, so there's no flashing over here. And you press it again once more and it's the low constant mode. So there is also a flashing mode, which is the power efficient mode. So with the flashing mode you get a runtime of around 60 hours. In order to go to the flashing mode, you press this device twice. So this is the flashing mode. So there is no constant illumination, there is just flashing, and this is the power efficient mode. And another cool feature about this device is there is a mode memory function. So when I turn the device on, the mode which I used before automatically comes up, so I don't need to keep changing the mode every time. For example, if I always want to use the hyper constant mode, I can press and turn it off, and again when I turn it on, the hyper constant mode would be there, so I don't need to switch through the modes every time. And this button also functions as a low battery indicator. So when the battery level reaches to around 20%, so there is a red light that you find glowing over here. So maybe what you can do at that time is, when you're riding and suddenly this light starts glowing, you can switch to the flashing mode since it consumes the least power. Yeah. And on the bottom you have a small black rubber piece, and you lift this one and inside you find the micro USB charging port. I'm not sure if you can see it properly. So you put it back again, and so this black thing over here, this is a clamp with which you can attach the light to the bracket. So the bracket is pretty simple, so you just remove this one, you unscrew and remove this and form a loop around your handlebar, and you put the screw back again until it's secure. And yeah, so it's a very simple design, but it's pretty effective. So you just slide the light through this, and yeah, so it's attached to the bracket. So on the sides you find the names. So you have the CATEYE branding over here, you find the logo, and so here's the product name, Volt 300. So this black cylindrical one is it's the cartridge. I mean, it's the battery which they call as the cartridge. So it can be removed by just rotating, and so this is the cartridge. So you can buy plenty of these these ones separately, and say if you want to increase your writing time, you can have more of these. And this part in the front, it's made of some durable metal, so the device as such, it's pretty heavy, and yeah, it kind of gives a very assuring feeling when you hold this. So there is also an optional cradle which they sell, and this cradle kind of doubles your, you can charge your device twice faster with the charging cradle. With a normal micro USB charging cable, it takes around 6 hours to charge the battery to 100%, whereas using the cradle, it takes just 3 hours. And yeah, it doesn't come in the box, you need to purchase it separately. And there is also another bracket with which you can mount this light to your helmet, so it's just a different perspective. Like when you rotate your head, the light rotates, and yeah, it's just a different perspective. So this is the box. It's pretty simple. You just find the light, the bracket, a micro USB charging cable, and some user manuals in different languages. So on the back of the box, you have a chart showing the run times. Okay, so in the high mode, you basically get a runtime of 3 hours, and in the normal mode, it's 8 hours. In the low, it's 18 hours. In the hyper constant, it's 11 hours, and it's in the flashing mode, it's pretty high, it's 60 hours. So you would want to use the light in the flashing mode in case the red light starts glowing, indicating low battery. So to wrap up, this is just a fantastic device, guys. I've used it for quite some time, and I don't find any big negatives with this device, although it's a bit more on the expensive side than the other normal AA or AAA battery powered CATEYE products. I find this one to be like a one-time investment. You don't have to keep spending money to buy spare batteries, and the whole device is much more smaller, since it does not need to accommodate 2 or 4 AA or AAA batteries. So yeah, it's pretty compact and very sturdy. So that's it, guys. Hope you liked my video. Drop me a comment if you have any questions about this product. Give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.